Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. Welcome to Math Today. I'm glad you're over here. A couple quick things before we get started. Make sure that if you haven't done the survey, there's only a handful of you that haven't. It's on the homepage. I think later today, I'm going to actually post some results, or maybe I'll wait till tomorrow till everybody's done. But just some. It's very interesting seeing how everybody's doing, and we love doing that. Speaking of the survey, I think that's the format I'm going to start doing my science assignments in and my math quizzes in. Instead of you trying to take pictures and stuff, I think we'll just do it that way. We'll try it for next quiz, which will be this Friday, by the way. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. So for today, here's your lesson. This is where the video is going to be. Your screen might look a little different than mine, but it should be like that. Here's the answer key from yesterday. Here's the work for Thursday. And then this is a practice quiz going way back to the beginning of geometry, everything we've done so far. So you don't need to do that right away, but it might be very helpful for you to do in the next little while. So let's start at the beginning here. If I click on the answer key, it doesn't show any work, but I put a note on here. If you want me to show you how to do these, come get help in Google Meet from 11 a.m. to noon every day. And some kids are showing up just to chat. That's awesome. If you want to get some help, that's great. If you want to do it individually, that's also great. Just come and say, hey, Mr. Off, I need some help. Can we do this one-on-one? And I will be glad to help you. The other thing you can do is there's videos of all of this. I've been making videos every single day. So all of this is on videos multiple times. There's multiple examples. I've done several lessons many days in a row. So you can just go back and rewatch those videos and pause and rewind, and you might have to put a little effort into it, but that's the best way to do it if you're struggling. Either come get help from me or watch the videos, or both, right? So there's the answer key. This last one was optional. It's pretty challenging. Extra for experts is what it's called, and it is. That's kind of an extending activity. You just have to get this triangular prism at the top and then a rectangular prism underneath, add them together. It's really not crazy hard. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. Today is all about cylinders, all right? So if I go down to here, Thursday's work. This includes some explanations and some examples. So if I open this up, here we go. This is all review. It should be all review to you. If this is the first time you're seeing it, you need to go watch yesterday's video and the day before and the day before, because all of this. But I thought I'd put it on here anyway, just in case you wanted another way of looking at things, right? So this talks about, this is what a cylinder is. This is how to do the surface area. This is the net. This is how to do the volume. You can do it the way that we've been doing it as well. There's lots of ways. This page gives you some examples. It says find the total surface area. That's the outside. And also the volume, that's all the inside, how many cubes could fit in there. And then there's some base level questions, some medium level questions, and some expert questions. All I want you to do is this. I want you to do number one, but there's two steps to it. You need to find the surface area. So that's the outside of this rectangle, right? If you open this up, and then the area of each of the ends. And you need to find the volume, right? So get the area of this end and then multiply by how tall it is. So two different steps for that. Well, multiple steps, but two different requirements. I need you to do two different things. And it's right there in the instructions. So read the instructions. This one's the same, right? Surface area, the outside, and the volume, the inside. Okay. Now, number 3 and 4, same instructions, but you have to be thinking a little bit about this, okay? Because you have the diameter, which will give you the circumference, which will give you the length of the rectangle, okay? And that's what you need for the surface area. Then you need to use the radius, which is going to be 2.5 to get the area of the circle, and then multiply it by the 2 to get the height, okay? So give those two a try. I only want you doing questions 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you are feeling good about this, then try 5 and 6. Those are kind of extending questions. Those are extending questions, expert questions. So give those ones a try. All right. Let me get back to our page here. This last one is something that I'm going to leave with you for the next week. We're going to do a quiz next Friday. We're actually going to do one this Friday, a really short one, and then we're going to do a longer one next Friday. Now, this quiz, though, or this review here, has everything going back to Pythagorean theorem, okay? That's still on the website, by the way. There's still a little bit on this for the first two questions, and then perimeter and area of two-dimensional objects, right? Circumference and area of circles. Find the area of this. So you find the area of the triangle, area of the rectangle, you add them together. And then you get into some of the 3D stuff. So find the volume of this, find the volume of this, right? And then the surface area of prisms. That's what we're doing right now, nets and surface areas, okay? Surface area of the prism. And then construct a net for those, and that's it. The quiz I'm going to do with you next Friday, I'm going to do on a Google form. So you won't be able to show your work the same way. That'll make it much easier for you in many ways. I can't have you draw a net this way, although I might in the future come up with a creative way to do that. For now, it'll just be a very simple thing. You need to be able to calculate the length of a side with Pythagorean theorem. You need to be able to do the surface area of two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes and volume. And that will be next Friday. Tomorrow, we are actually doing a quiz, and it'll be a little bit like last week's quiz. It'll be just surface area and volume of prisms. So I'll probably put a rectangular prism on there, a triangular prism, and a cylinder, and you have to do the surface area of those three, and you have to do the volume of those three. That's coming this Friday, so be ready for that. We're going to do it in Google form. So instead of a lesson on Friday, we're going to do a quiz. So make sure that you know how to do it. If you need help, ask today, right? Get some help today and figure that out. I think that's about it. Make sure you're checking in every day. Make sure you're going to Google Classroom, not a couple times a week, but every single day. Make sure that you're watching these videos every day, doing your work every day. There's literally only 4 or 5 questions a day, sometimes 3, sometimes 6 at the most. So it's not a lot of work, but the more you keep up, the better it's going to be for you. So have a really good day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.